Hey guys, this is Bob from Jonesy's Reptiles. Just making a couple little animal videos here today to help you guys out who are in quarantine and bored out of your minds. Take your mind off it for a little bit here. Show you a few baby ball pythons. So I produced this guy last year. Gorgeous little male albino ball python. You can see they have red eyes. And basically albinism is it's lacking black pigment. So when you take the black pigment out of an animal, you get almost like a negative version of it. So this animal would normally be your normal ball python colors, ground colors like brown and black and tan. So these guys are really cool. Now the ball python comes in hundreds of colors and combinations now, but this is one of the first ones that was found in the wild and reproduced. They were very popular, 70s, 80s. Now they just basically come in all colors, and people are mixing them together to get new creations. So I'm going to show you a couple other things that I produced last year. This next one's a little bit bigger. It was earlier in the year last year. Now she is a combination. So she is a female leopard bumblebee. A bumblebee is when you take pastel and mix it with spider. Now the spider gives it those thin lines and the pastel gives it yellow. The leopard makes the pattern busy and crazy. You'll see all the spots. So this is a 3-gene animal. Very cool. She's got another couple of years to grow before I could breed her to anything. But very cool. And the next one doesn't have any leopard in it, but it's basically one step beyond the bumblebee. This is what they call a killer bee. Killer bee is when you have the super form of pastel. So pastel twice gives you all this really bright yellow coloration and fading. Now she's also got the spider gene. That's why she's bumblebee or super bumblebee, which is a killer bee. I love the name. This black spot here, that's a lot blacker than the rest, and there's a couple more up here. That's what's called paradoxing. Now paradoxing is not something that you can reproduce. It just happens. She just happens to have some black on her where she probably shouldn't. It should be faded like the rest. Very cool. So if I bred her to something, chances are her offspring wouldn't have it. They could, but it's random. She can pass down the pastel. Now since she's a killer bee, and meaning she has super pastel, which is both sides of the pastel gene, every single one of her babies will be at least a pastel no matter what she goes to. Even if she's bred to a normal, every baby has to at least be pastel because it's getting the gene from both sides of her. Very cool animal. Now, the last one I'm going to show you, I did not produce myself. This was produced from a friend of mine, Jay, at Goodies Exotics. Actually, I think his girlfriend Jen may have produced it. And this is a project that I'm working on. She's got some time before she gets some size on her, but this is a Mojave. But if you look at her nose, she's missing some scales. She's what they call a scaleless head. So she's a Mojave and a scaleless head. Scaleless head is the gene that you need to get a scaleless ball python. It's controversial. You either love them or you hate them. I think they're very cool. A scaleless ball python is very smooth in appearance, just an odd-looking animal. So she, if she was bred to another scaleless head, could produce scaleless animals. Now, if she's not bred to another one, if she's bred to a normal or another gene that has scaleless, or that doesn't have scaleless head, she can still produce scaleless heads, first off. So her babies can be Mojaves, normals, and also scaleless heads. Now, if she was produced to another Mojave, you can get an all-white snake, which is really cool. She's a great animal. Loves her food. Yeah, so that's kind of all we had cooking from last year. We got eggs in the incubator now, so there will be babies coming up in a couple of months. Hope you enjoyed this video. Little quarantine animal action. Everybody have have fun if you can.